Hello everyone. Now we will discuss The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. The Lord of the Fly is a novel by British novelist William Golding. William Golding was a British novelist, playwright, and poet, best known for his debut novel Lord of the Flies. He would go on to publish another 11 novels in his lifetime. In 1980, he was awarded the Booker Prize for Rites of Passage, the first novel in what became his sea trilogy, To the Ends of the Earth. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1983. Now we will discuss something about the novel. Lord of the Flies is a 1954 novel by Nobel Prize winning British author William Golding. The book focuses on a group of British boys stranded on an uninhabited island and their disastrous attempt to govern themselves. The themes in the novel include the tension between groupthink and individuality. What is the difference between working in group and on individual level? Between rational and emotional reactions and between morality and immorality. So these three types of themes can be explored in this present novel. The novel was published in 1954 and this was William Golding's first novel. The very book begins with the boys arriving on the island after their plane has been shot down during what seems to be part of a nuclear World War III. Some of the marooned characters are ordinary students, while others arrive as a musical choir under an established leader. With the exception of Sam and Eric and the choir boys, they appear never to have encountered each other before. The book portrays their descent into savagery, left to themselves on a paradisiacal island, far from modern civilization. The well educated boys regress to a primitive state. In the midst of a wartime evacuation, a British aeroplane crashes near an isolated island in a remote region of the Pacific Ocean. The only survivors are boys in their middle childhood or pre-adolescence. Two boys, the fair-haired Ralph and an overweight, bespectacled boy nicknamed Piggy. So the uh, two boys, Ralph and Piggy, are among the survivors. These two boys find a conch while Ralph uses as a horn to convey all the survivors to one area. So Ralph founds a conch which he used as a pipe. The character Ralph is optimistic, believing that grown-ups will come to rescue them, but Piggy realizes the need to organize. Because Ralph appears responsible for bringing all the survivors together, he immediately commands some authority over the other boys and is quickly elected their chief. He does not receive the votes of the members of a boys' choir, led by the red-headed Jack Merridew. Although he allows the choir boys to form a separate clique of hunters, Ralph establishes three primary policies: to have fun, to survive, and to constantly maintain a smoke signal that could alert passing ships to their presence on the island and thus rescue them. Ralph establishes three primary policies: to have fun, to survive, and to constantly maintain a smoke signal that could alert passing ships to their presence on the island and thus rescue them. The boys establish a form of democracy by declaring that whoever holds the conch shall also be able to speak at their formal gathering and receive the attentive silence of the larger group. So the conch is symbol of power here. Jake organizes his choir into a hunting party responsible for discovering a food source. Ralph, Jake, and a quiet, dreamy boy named Simon soon form a loose triumvirate of leaders, with Ralph as the ultimate authority. Upon inspection of the island, the three determine that it has fruit and wild pigs for food. The boys also use Piggy's glasses to create a fire. Although he is Ralph's only real confidant, Piggy is quickly made into an outcast by his fellow vegans. These fellow vegans are older boys and becomes the butt of the other boys' jokes. Simon, in addition to supervising the project of constructing shelters, feels an instinctive need to protect the latents. The semblance of order quickly deteriorates as the majority of the boys turn idle. They give little aid in building shelters, spend their time having fun, and begin to develop paranoia about the island. The central paranoia refers to a supposed monster they call the Beast, which they all slowly begin to believe exists on the island. Ralph insists that no such beast exists, but Jack, who has started the power struggle with Ralph, gains a level of control over the group by boldly promising to kill the creature. At one point, Jack summons all of his hunters to hunt down a wild pig, drawing away those assigned to maintain the signal fire. A ship travels by the island, but without the boy's smoke signal to alert the ship's crew. The vessel continues without stopping. Ralph angrily confronts Jack about his failure to maintain the signal. In frustration, Jack assaults Piggy, breaking one of the lenses of his glasses. The boys subsequently enjoy their first feast. Angered by the failure of the boys to track potential rescuers, Ralph considers relinquishing his position as leader, but is persuaded not to do so by Piggy, who both understands Ralph's importance and fears what will become of him should Jack take total control. One night, an aerial battle occurs near the island while the boys sleep, during which a fighter pilot ejects from his plane and dies in the descent. His body drifts down the island in his parachute. Both get tangled in a tree near the top of the mountain. Later on, while Jack continues to scheme against Ralph, the twins Sam and Eric, now assigned to the maintenance of the signal fire, see the corpse of the fighter pilot and his parachute in the dark. Mistaking the corpse for the beast, they run to the cluster of shelters that Ralph and Simon have erected to warn the others. This unexpected meeting again raises tensions between Jake and Ralph. Shortly thereafter, Jake decides to lead a party to the other side of the island, where a mountain of stones, later called Castle Rock, forms a place where he claims the beast resides. Only Ralph and a quiet suspicious boy Roger, Jack's closest supporter, agree to go. Ralph turns back shortly before the other two boys, but eventually all three see the parachutists whose heads rises via the wind. They then flee, now believing the beast is real. When they arrive at the shelters, Jack calls an assembly and tries to turn the others against Ralph, asking them to remove Ralph from his position. Receiving no support, Jack storms off alone to form his own tribe. Roger immediately sneaks off to join Jack, and slowly an increasing number of older boys abandon Ralph to join Jack's tribe. Jack's tribe contributes to lure recruits from the main groups by promising feasts of cooked pig. Members begin to paint their faces and enact bizarre rites, including sacrifices to the beast. One night, Ralph and Piggy decide to go to one of Jack's feasts. Simon, who faints frequently and is probably an epileptic, has a secret hideaway where he goes to be alone. One day, while he is there, Jack and his followers erect an offering to the beast nearby. A pig's head, mounted on a sharpened stick and soon swarming with scavenging flies, Simon conducts an imaginary dialogue with the head, which he dubs the Lord of the Flies. The head mocks Simon's notion that the beast is a real entity, something you could hunt and kill, and reveals the truth. They, the boys, are the beast, it is inside them all. The Lord of the Flies also warns Simon that he is in danger because he represents the soul of man and predicts that the others will kill him. Simon climbs the mountain alone and discovers that the beast is the dead parachutist. He races down to tell the other boys who are engaged in a ritual dance. The frenzied boys mistake Simon for the beast, attack him, and beat him to death. Both Ralph and Piggy participate in the melee, and they become deeply disturbed by their actions after returning from Castle Rock. Ralph secretly confronts Sam and Eric, who warn him that Jake and Roger hate him and that Roger has sharpened a stick at both ends, intimating that their tribe intends to hunt him like a pig and behead him. The following morning, Jack orders his tribe to begin a hunt for Ralph. Jack savage set fires to the forest while Ralph desperately weighs his options for survival. Following a long chase, most of the land is consumed in flames. With the hunters closely behind him, Ralph trips and falls. He looks up at a uniformed adult, a British naval officer whose party has landed from a passing cruiser to investigate the fire. Ralph bursts into tears over the death of Piggy and the end of innocence. Jack and other boys, filthy and unkempt, also revert to their true ages and erupt into sobs. The officer expresses his disappointment at seeing British boys exhibiting such feral, warlike behavior before turning to stare awkwardly at his own warship.